Spider-Man! I need a minute!
I know that they only
Look, I know you've been hacking into our crime system towers.
Wasn't me. I mean, what towers?
I don't mind. In fact, I need your help. I think someone's jamming the system, and they must be using multiple jammers to cover the full frequency range. Could you take a look? If you help, I promise I won't tell anyone you're hacking us.
I prefer to call it sharing, but sure. The jammers emit a signal I can detect. Just need to swing through the financial district and hunt for a signal. Found a signal. Just need to follow it.
I get it, they're his family, whatever. But I also knew that they're all over there, like, shit. Because I know those women, right? And so it was just like, he needed to look for the trees. And so he included me, his grandmother, his mother, his group chat. And he brought up a couple things that over the years, and then he brought up, the tattoo and stuff.
Fists, man. This is my shot face.
I saw Spider-Man!
Not the way that
Checking it out.
treated me, the way that he said. Yes.
To be fair to them, that's not really their business. What's going on between their husband?
Respectfully.
Look out!
Right, so it's too good.
I'm gonna blow your brains out. Start praying!
Gotta take out the jamming device. Job's not done until that shoddy workmanship.
They would have never posted the internet that you got a tattoo of your black grandchildren as fucking apes.
They're not black, they're also white. So they're biracial. So I mean, but if and when, okay, now, if and when she got a tattoo of these three gorillas and it represents her three interracial, biracial grandchildren that she have, okay, I can see how it's racist. Now that she said it, but respectfully, it's wrong for her to say of your black children because yes, your children are half black, but you also have to admit they're also half white. So you chose to get with a white man, and this is what you got to deal with. And I think personally, before you decided to marry this man and to have children with this man, you should find out more about the white side of that man that you have as family and how the mother, the sister, brothers, and even grandmas and grandpas viewpoints when it comes to just black people and, you know, if and when they have children and much more and everything.
Two of your black grandchildren as fucking apes.
And respectfully, how do you know that those three tattoos represent your three interracial or biracial grandchildren? Did she tell you that, oh, hey, these three gorillas on my arm, they represent your children? Did she say that to you? I don't know.
And the thing is, I am not so sensitive to where I don't understand that it is very common for like little babies at first, like, oh, that's like a little, like, cute little, I get it. I'm not that fucking sensitive. However, I've never addressed that because they are also very fucking sensitive. And if I had said, hey, I don't want you to call him that, they would have called me sensitive. I was over exaggerating. She's just so. have called me sensitive, I was over exaggerating, she's just so woke, blah, blah, blah. And now they're mad that I never said that. Anyway, so fucking I told her to post it. I was like, if you're so fucking proud of it, post it. I gave her an hour after I said that. And so I posted it. Because I'm just like, I'm fucking tired of the goddamn games, okay? Don't make me feel crazy. I didn't feel like he was 10 toes behind me. It was just, he didn't like it either. I did not feel like he was 10 toes behind me in my fucking boundary, my very simple boundary of just covering the fuck up.
And I agree with her that husband should have shut that shit down if he really cares about things that his wife is having issues with. Because in essence, she's calling her grandchildren, your children, monkeys. But his wife is like, man, that.
And don't care. And stop texting her about it, but I didn't feel like I had that. I felt like I just kept getting little pokes. Yeah, so, yeah, that's what I did. It's crazy. I might go back and like delete a couple videos and redo them because it's been a little emotional this week. So now I'm keeping everything up because it's just real. Like it's just real as fuck. It's just what the fuck's been happening. And sometimes you just need to let people know. And it sucks. It's so messy. And mildly embarrassed just because it's like sucks. But like nobody fucking checked them the way they needed to be checked. And they kept fucking dancing around it and just lost it. Okay?
No, her husband should have checked them. That should have been her husband's job. But he white dude, he don't give a shit.
That's the way it is what it is.
Okay, so that video you just watched got 5 million views on TikTok. So she made another video in response, giving a little bit more detail of the situation.
First, I just want to say that I am floored by the amount of support that I've been receiving about this and just making me feel validated that I'm not fucking crazy. That, also, I just want to say that there is a lot of context and nuance in this statement that I wish I could say, but I have to get a divorce from this man. I have to protect things I can get through this, and once it's all over, hopefully I can give you lots of context about all of it. But I can only talk about my husband in regards to this tattoo situation because I have to navigate. But my husband is not white, he is also mixed. We grew up very differently. He only knew his mother's side of the family.
And that's the craziest part, and I was waiting for that moment. Think about how insane this is. This woman is black. Her husband, who you would just assume is a white dude, is mixed his damn self. That means the grandmother, let's put a picture up of her right now, that she at one point got pregnant by a black man. And her son is mixed, and she still had the audacity to tattoo her grandchildren on her arm as gorilla. Slick man make your son a gorilla. Let's put a picture up of the son. I swear this dude looked like a square I served with in the military. But that's crazy, man.
And
Uh,
I'm full. Now knowing that the grandmother, she got with a black dude and has an interracial child, I mean, she's just that probably that type of person who just doesn't give a fuck. So, I mean, hey, that's the family you married into now being divorced from. So, I say make sure you know the family members and what type of people they are before you get intimate. And intimate as far as having children, having intercourse with them, and marrying them. You know the family and know like what you're getting yourself into when you marry into to that family, because when you're marrying somebody, you're not just marrying that person to become one, you're tied to that family as well. So
your family my entire life.
I just took out a jamming device. Did that do anything?
No, but like I said, there's probably a bunch of them.
Makes sense. I'll track him down. I wonder if Fisk's men had anything to do with the system going down in the first place. Huh? At a jamming party and didn't invite me.
Right.
All the details, bitch, all the questions that I have. Can do this, and hopefully one day I'm able to say what all that relationships condition me to have these reactions. Just
Keep him on the ground!
thank you so much for validating.
Get him for you.
It's validated. Go. And it's like,
What the hell is this crap? Not a chance in hell, buddy. Whoop his ass! I'm in an ass-kicking mood.
that's a freaking wild it's crazy. A white woman has an issue with a black man. Hurts her big son. Another black woman, she has a tattoo, her arm
Just
calling
need
her
to get rid of the
grandbaby
jammer.
gorilla. That would make your son a gorilla too. I mean, and
True.
you notice when she said that the son, her husband, and his mom tried to downplay it, like, oh, it's no big deal, it's no big deal. That's a humongous deal. Forget her covering it up with a sleeve. I wouldn't let my grandbabies around her if I was you, to be honest with you. And her downplaying that, the grandmother and the son, that's a tool of white supremacy. Because that's what white supremacists like to do. They try to lie to you as if your own eyes don't work, or gaslight you and make it seem like what's obviously going on, what's obviously wrong, is no big deal. Then they want to call you sensitive and you woke and all these other dog whistle terms. They're trying to make it seem like you're the goddamn fool. And again, I don't know this woman personally. She said she grew up in a small town. I don't know how that really works, and everyone grows up different. But it doesn't surprise me, man, when you seek validation from another group of people. Again, I'm not accusing her of that, just speaking in general. And her husband, if he was a real dude, white, black, mixed, whatever, he would have put an end to that with his mother. He would have told her, you either get that tattoo removed, keep it covered up, or you'll never see your grandchildren, if you really care. But then again, he grew up on his mother's side, on the white side, like she said. But y'all let me know what you think in the comments. Be better squad. Ball up.
I mean, okay. Now that I know that the grandmother is being racist, and the fact that she
Sometimes breaking stuff is the answer. And it's fun, too.
Brought to you by Frozen.
Spider-Man, it's working. I'm starting to get a weak signal.
Have y'all
It's
seen that
garbled,
video
but
of
I
the
picked
teacher in the
up
white
something
shirt and
about
tight skirt?
Fisk and
Now, let me
outfits.
say this first. I don't
Fisk
ever
was the
expect a
kingpin
black
of
woman
crime,
to
but he
keep her
didn't
body
deal
at
in
home.
knockoff fashion.
But here's
The
the
sooner
issue.
the system is fixed, the sooner we know what they're planning.
When you're working in
Only
a
one
school
jammer
full of
left.
impressionable teenagers, you've got to take a step back and really think about the impression you're making. I saw somebody put her side by side with a white teacher in a similar outfit. But the difference?
Gotta
The
keep
white
looking.
teacher had on a pencil skirt, tailored but not skin tight, and the fabric was the white teacher had on a pencil skirt, tailored but not skin tight, and the fabric wasn't clinging to everything. Meanwhile, Sis had on a bright, tight skirt where you
Nothing
could
up
see
here.
everything cellulite and all. And listen, school is where kids spend most of their time. For a lot of them, that's where they have their first crush, whether it's a teacher, principal, or somebody's mama. These kids' hormones are already through the roof. So
This rooftop's
imagine walking
clean.
into class
Well,
and
by
your
New
teacher
York
is dressed like
standards.
he's headed to the club. You don't think that's inappropriate? We
There's
can't
still a
control
few
how kids
rooftops
feel
I
at
haven't
that age,
tried.
but we can control
Gotta
how
look
we
for
show
something
up
out of
in
the
front of them.
ordinary.
Once they're grown, that's different. But in that environment, you set the tone.
Nothing
And
suspicious
I've
here.
asked, who are you trying to impress? Because these kids are there for education, not a fashion show.
Found you. Sweet dreams.
It's him! Look out! You're gonna have a bad day!
I was able to friend, like, she was a teacher.
teacher. She was a math teacher. I thought her being a math teacher was going to be good for the relationship because people who like math tend to be logical. But she used to dress like this school.
Not now.
What kind of a loser ass woman? You out here showing all these
I can't possibly be to the end. I'd run. He's thinning us out. Get back down here. Don't let him get you airborne. Hit him. Can't stay up there forever.
Why are you clothes so tight? Work
Come on. That's not fair. He can't take us all.
I'm wearing a long shirt. Bro, that shit. Like,
All right, guys.
Now I just need to...
First day story and a conversation.
so tight. These children to admire. These little boys think about you. So all you little boys, you're a loser. Borderline predator. You know what these children think about. You know exactly what these little boys think about you. You know how these little girls think. And you want these children to admire you all day. You're a loser. And to my ex who's a teacher, I want you to hear me loud and clear.
Yo, this better not be how you act at school. I cannot agree or disagree because I be looking good for myself. You're definitely one of those. One of those, what does that mean?
You're a loser. Why are your clothes so tight when you work with children? You work with horny teenagers all day, every day. I'm covered up. I'm wearing a long skirt. Girl, that shit is as tight as leather.
All right, guys. So we got to go ahead and talk about this whole teacher babe first day story and a conversation swirling around whether or not the way she's dressing for a school setting as a teacher is what she's wearing appropriate, or is she doing too much? And I just want to kind of add this part in to all the guys out there. You've been a 12,
Okay,
13,
that's the last of
14,
them.
15-year-old boy.
The system should be back online.
Remember what was going through your brain at that time, at that age, as far as when it came to the opposite sex, especially if it was an older woman who you found attractive. And so to think that there would be a woman out there who could be manipulating the curiosity of young boys in order to satisfy her ego so that way she can feel better about herself, that's a pretty disgusting thing when you really think about it. Because she knows what she's doing. In my opinion,
the crime system's working again.
Great.
Here's the reality.
Any more info on Fisk's men or those outfits?
No, but the system's reporting unauthorized activity down by the docks. I'm sending coordinates now.
I'll check it out. Gotta get to the docks before they escape.
You have a young and attractive teacher. Male or female, you're always going to get a certain amount of attention from the students. That they look at you in a certain light because you're not the same older teachers who've been there for 20, 30 years, who are now in their late 40s, 50s, 60s. You're only a few years from college, they look at you a bit differently. You still have a cool look and energy about you. It's like a poor teacher, it's their responsibility to make sure that they don't involve any unnecessary distractions to their school. And number two is also to make sure that you make it abundantly clear that you are not giving people a signal as far as to what that relationship between teacher and student looks like and what it's supposed to be. And I think it should be noted, she needs students to record her outfits. She's not doing a selfie saying, hey, check me out, which would be just as cringe in its own unique way, but she'd actually use a student to record her, and then she posts these to her social media.
I'm a teacher by day and a baddie at night. And I can tell you some of these outfits that some of these teachers are wearing in school, they're getting straight
Guns. Enough firepower for a small army. Whatever they're planning to do with those, it's nothing good. Gotta find out what those guns are for.
Especially if they're teaching middle school and high school, they know what they're doing. I'm a teacher who has a big butt and big hips. And sometimes my butt and my hips, they do poke out. But it's not extreme. It's not giving look at me. Some people are being willfully ignorant, especially younger babies, and even
Lady
what
Knight.
I wear. Because at the end of the day, I still want to be a positive role model to my little girls. I still want them to see that you can be beautiful in the process. Some of these teachers, they are trying to entice the children. They're trying to entice the children into town. If it literally looks like
Anyone else
someone
hear that?
painted your outfit on,
Found webs over
you're
here.
probably
Keep
dressing
your eyes
appropriately.
peeled.
Yeah, I think it's hard for some people to believe that women could be weirdos like this when it comes
Anybody
to
hear that?
Snoring now.
students. See story after story after story of, female teachers, having inappropriate relationships with young boys in school. And so the idea that a teacher would dress in a very provocative way
Stand by.
You're in timeout.
to be able to garner attention from students and boost her ego and make her feel better about herself is not that far of a tell you.
Copy. Moving to his
Really
position.
everything that they will tell you. And you will know exactly what they are trying to tell you. And if your goal is to educate these students, removing as many distractions as possible should be priority number one before anything.
Let's just keep it real and admit that some teachers enjoy attention from students. I know it sounds weird to say out loud, but we just have to acknowledge it. And I think once we start acknowledging it, calling it out, and doing something about it, we will all be better for it. I'm a teacher. I've been a teacher for a long time, almost 10 years. Actually, my
Thought
first
you were supposed to be tough.
postgraduate,
Checking it out.
kids who had graduated from high school. And then I started to teach. And I think that
It's the end for you.
clear clothing, kids notice. They notice.
I mean, don't even think about doing that to me.
Kids accuse me all year of that year. I just said, you know what?
Kick his ass.
Because that's probably the kind of profession that I'm at school. But
Now
there's a
maybe I
time
can
and a
figure out
place
what's
for
going on.
everything, right? Like wearing those tight clothes, those tight skirts, low cut clothes.
Guns,
Not
prison guard
school.
uniforms,
The
and
big
spoofed
part
ID
being a
cards.
teacher,
They were planning to bust Fisk out of the raft.
how to navigate the world, how to dress appropriately. I've seen some very
Sorry to spoil your prison break, guys.
sleep that is safe, that it's
I'm in an
safe.
ass-kicking move.
Teaching very fitted skirts and heels.
Look out.
I love it.
Watch your head.
But if you go back and look at the page, all the teachers, most it's definitely but I'll put it up. Because that's not it's really that of attention. Sorry.
What are we supposed to do against that?
That teacher that walks in with a bodycon skirt and a white shirt. Now before y'all say
Ballerina, get down
I
here.
expect a black woman to her body that girl up the back of her baby.
Stay away from his bird.
The
I'm in
problem
an ass-kicking move.
is working smooth over pressure.
Back
I
there.
went to the back seat and consider what pressure you're making. I also saw a post that somebody made of putting side to side. It was a white woman and a very similar outfit next to her. Now, the difference was it was a white woman, a white shirt, tucking with a pencil skirt. The pencil skirt was not formal. While it was definitely fit to her body, it was not formal. And also, the fabric was completely different. This woman is wearing a skin-tight skirt, not even dark colored. Right
Looks like
in
New
color.
York's finest
You
have
can
it from
see
here.
all the cellulite
Everything was clear on
possible
my
in
end,
that
too.
ass.
Restoring the system, Spider-Man. I won't tell anyone you're piggybacking on it. But if you get caught, you're on your own.
I have no idea what you're talking about. Now, if you'll excuse me, I have to delete my selfies from the crime system servers.